Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Titan del 86. Here you will find everything from your favorite characters from anime, series or movies, such as figures, statues, trading cards, and other limited special edition items. I will show you everything that is included. For example, we will discuss the design of the box, how it's packaged, the design of the figure, the articulation points, the accessories that are included, and we will see our favorite characters in special scenes. And you never know, you might see other characters make special guest appearances, so you can decide whether it's worth getting or not. Subscribe and join me on new weekly adventures. Now let's start the show. Let's go. So what do you get when a Digimon is infected with G cells from Godzilla? The answer to that is a Kaiju infused form. So for today, I present to you SkullGreymon and its G Erosion Mode. This is a special collaboration between Digimon and Godzilla in celebration of Godzilla's 70th anniversary. So just to give you some little bit of background of the special collaboration, Digimon and Godzilla have teamed up and created special merchandise, primarily featuring the new virtual pets known as V-Pets, and they have also included some collectible figures. For example, this one. So looking at the box, it looks mostly plain. There's nothing really there. So overall boxing design, they didn't really do a whole lot. Once you remove the figure from the box, it comes in one blister pack. The only thing that is part of the instructions is just to show you where to put the stand. Even though looking at the figure, I don't think it really needs it, but if you're one of those types, there you have it. Here's the 360 of SkullGreymon. Just a little background on SkullGreymon. This is the skeleton Digimon that is a ultimate level, usually evolved from Greymon. And on the back side, you can see that he's got that missile for a special attack, Dark Shot. So this is what you get when you give SkullGreymon G cells from Godzilla. You get this Kaiju infused SkullGreymon. That's what they're calling it, the Defo-Real figure, in celebration of Godzilla's 70th anniversary. By closely looking at the figure, you can see that he's got a lot of traces of Godzilla. For example, you can see the spines on its back. They're very exaggerated from a regular SkullGreymon. The mouth is also a small fusion between a Godzilla mouth and SkullGreymon's. It's kind of like it came 50-50 to balance it out. If you notice, the jawline from SkullGreymon is super elongated. So here you see that the mouth kind of came back to resembling a little bit more of a skeleton version of Godzilla. The special collaboration was done by X Plus through Bandai. So overall, I really like this figure. Even though it's not articulated or anything, size-wise, it's not that huge, so it could easily go on any type of shelf. I'm not 100% fan of the whole chibi design style, but for these Digimon mixed with Godzilla DNA, it works. The figure does seem to be made out of plastic and resin. Follow me on IG at Titan del 86. The storyline behind the special collaboration is the introduction of the G cells from Godzilla into Digimon, which turns the Digimon into a Kaiju infused form called the G Erosion Mode. This special collaboration between Digimon and Godzilla, not only did it include SkullGreymon, it also included Metal Greymon, War Greymon, and Machine Dramon. The Metal War Greymon figure looks really good. It's almost like a half and half fusion. So one side is more noticeably Metal Greymon, while the other side is more Godzilla. And the other one that looks really amazing is the War Greymon, which I think this one is not done in chibi mode. And this one you can see how the G cells are infusing into War Greymon. So that one looks really amazing, and I don't know, maybe in the future we'll end up doing the Metal Greymon and the War Greymon. And finally, we have Machine Dramon, also in his chibi form. I'm not too crazy about this one. I think they could have infused the G cells a lot better on this character. To me, it doesn't look as good as the other three. It's like they missed something. Let me know in the comments, out of the 4 figures, which one's the one that you're liking the most. The main aspects of the collaboration was mostly done for the virtual pet devices. So if you look at that one, they have a bunch of different Digimon and Godzilla type variants that were part of the collaboration. So in the V-Pet collaboration, it gave you 2 colors, the G Erosion Mode color and the classic color. So those devices feature full color LCD with a rechargeable battery. I tried using the stand that came with the figure. If you look closely at it, it's got a couple little sections in it, but to me it was just useless. It didn't really do anything for the figure. The figure is actually able to stand up on its own. Because my figure came broken, I am able to do this scene where SkullGreymon has fired his dark shot. So here you have the missile. I added the special effect part showing it flying through the air. And this was only possible because the figure was broken right at the joint point between the missile and SkullGreymon's back, which is a very weak point on the figure. If you can look at it closely, you can see that it only has one little section where the missile is physically attached to the back of SkullGreymon. So I have a feeling during the mail delivery, it might have took a sharp hit that directly hit the missile, allowing it to break from the back. So working with the vendor, we came up to an agreement and I ended up taking a percentage while keeping the figure. They did offer an exchange or store credit, and I actually chose the discount because actually it's not really too bad of an issue. If you recall from the previous scene, you can actually put the missile back on the backside and it's not even noticeable. A reason because of that is due to the spines that are coming out of SkullGreymon's back, which also help hold the missile. That's why I decided to keep the figure, and it actually allows me to do more stuff with it because now I can actually display him as you see here, firing the dark shot missile, which is actually pretty cool. And stuff like this does happen. Sometimes you just can't control it. Sometimes you have a bad combination of a weak design in the figure, poor packaging, or just pure mishandling it, and no one's immune to this. I had other figures also that have came with issues where they're broken, but based on this, it's not a total loss, as you can see here. Maybe later I'll do a segment on damaged figures and how to go about them. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in seeing that particular video. So here's a close-up of the figure just so you can see all the little details that are incorporated into the bone structure of SkullGreymon. I said it's infused with Godzilla DNA. So here's a nice look of the teeth, the mouth. You can see the background there. The only section that actually has organs on it. Here's a closer look at the bottom. On the back side of the figure, you can see the bone structure, and you can see a little bit mixture between the Godzilla fins versus what SkullGreymon has on the back side. Here's the dark shot missile, which to me it looks like a fish with sharp teeth, and you can see that it's also impacted by the G cells. On the section that's supposed to be the fin, you can see that it's starting to look like the ones from Godzilla. Overall, I'm really liking the figure, especially the details. The details are just amazing. I think that is something that is really winning me over on this particular figure, and especially that they chose SkullGreymon as one of the figures to be part of the special collaboration. To my awareness, there are not a lot of SkullGreymon figures out there. So if you're a big SkullGreymon fan, this is one that needs to be on your checklist, and especially if you like Godzilla, because this infusion looks really good. It gives you a whole different view of Godzilla. This is all I have for you today. If you like what you have seen, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, share the video, and I'll see you next week with a brand new figure. Thank you and bye.